So is COD back? That is the question that we seem to be asking ourselves every single year. And it's the same cycle again and again and again. And it's getting a little bit tiring. Honestly, it's getting a little bit tiring asking the same thing over and over again like this. But we're going to talk about my thoughts on the Modern Warfare 3 beta here in this video. I played it throughout the beta weekend 1 on PlayStation. And I do have some thoughts regarding the beta. First, I do want to ask you guys, if you played the beta, or maybe you're going to be playing it on, maybe you're an Xbox player or whatever, PC, you're going to be playing it on beta weekend number 2, come back to this video if so, or if you played it on PlayStation already, and let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys honestly think? Give me your honest, feedback, opinions, whatever, pros and cons, if you have, both, or maybe you only see it as pros, or maybe you only see it as cons, whatever. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment section regarding this beta. Now, regarding my time on it, now, the first thing I like about this game is the return of the classic maps, right? Obviously, I love those maps. I love just being back on those maps. They're really, visually speaking, they look really good. They're beautifully remastered. Again, they're completely remastered from the originals. They're not taken from, this version of COD or that version of COD. They're not taken from Warzone, for example, High Rise, which we have not yet actually got to get hands-on with. But again, this is already stuff that's been confirmed. I got to play Estate, Favela, Skid Row, and Rust. So there's 4 there. Obviously, we had a variant of a remake of Rust recently. In the past couple years. This one looks a little bit different. Plays obviously the exact same as you would expect. Not the exact same, because again, this game is different. Now, the thing that is kind of difficult for me, where things get a little bit mixed, is that on one hand, I kind of liked what was done differently with Modern Warfare 2019, right? When I got hands-on with that game, there were certain elements of it that I enjoyed, gameplay-wise. It was different than other years. It was different than other CODs. But my problem at this point is, although there's a lot of changes with Modern Warfare 3, comparing it to Modern Warfare 2 and, of course, Modern Warfare 2019, all 3 games feel too similar to each other. And I think that kind of just makes it feel like it's dragging. Even with the CODs we didn't like in the past years, if you think about it, we'd have one COD, and then it's like, okay, we'd have a different feeling COD, and every COD would just feel different, you know what I mean? And again, I know there's going to be, other Call of Duty vets that have been around for quite some time that'll be like, yeah, but what about Modern Warfare 2, back in the day, what was it, 2009? And then the original Modern Warfare 3. Those felt kind of similar as well. And I'd say, yeah, you are right about that. I would say that Modern Warfare 1, COD 4, compared to Modern Warfare 2, felt, pretty different. But then Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, the OGs, they did feel pretty similar. And I'd probably have a similar gripe with that, to be honest. Now, if we take a game like Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, I felt like those games felt, different enough that they had their own kind of feel, right? Black Ops 2 did a little bit, different stuff. And again, Modern Warfare 3 is doing different stuff, but again, mechanically, just the feel, the flow of the game, it feels too similar to those 2 games, and it just feels like, at this point, I'm getting tired of it. It's feeling a little bit redundant. It's feeling a little bit like, okay, man, like we just move on to something else at this point. Even Vanguard, which I really didn't like, to be honest, at least it felt kind of different. But at the same time, it took a lot of the mechanics from Modern Warfare 2019, and so there was a problem there as well, right? Is that it felt too similar to Modern Warfare again. It feels like for the past 3-4 years, even with Vanguard having a little bit of a different setting, a little bit of a different feel, it still feels like we've been having the same game almost, just, kind of in different settings or different environments, different maps, different, slightly different kind of things. And that's kind of where I'm getting, a little bit tired, right? And I'm really hoping that next year with Treyarch's game, it'll switch it up. But let's go into it a little bit more. Now, in terms of the speed, I'll be honest, like, there's games like Black Ops 3 that I really loved. I think it was an amazing game. That was one game I personally did not complain about when it was out. I'll admit I complained about Infinite Warfare. In hindsight, I think I gave it a little bit too much flack than it deserved. I think the game, especially in my opinion, considering some of the games we've been getting lately, I think that it was a lot more fun. It was different, right? And it was, but at that point we had 3 advanced movement system games in a row. And I think some people were just like, okay, well, I want to go back to boots on the ground. But in hindsight, I think Advanced Warfare especially was an amazing game, even though it was very futuristic, exoskeletons, all that, exosuits, whatever. And then, of course, we had Black Ops 3, and I think most people would agree Black Ops 3 is a great game. Multiplayer was really good despite the advanced movement, and I think that actually was something that was really fun about it. It was different. And again, it feels like I'm just personally craving for something different at this point, like 3-4 years in a row now, if you include the fact that Vanguard kind of felt, you know, similar, because again, they kind of used the baseline of Modern Warfare 2019 to kind of build off of just a different setting. It just feels like too much. But in terms of speed, I just feel like for a boots on the ground game, Modern Warfare 3, and again, and this is something in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2019, but it's a little too fast paced for my taste, right? Some people might be like, oh, you know, it's just you grew up on the old school CODs and you know, you just can't keep up or something. No, it's not like that, because listen, there's a couple different factors that I could throw into this. Number one, I play a lot of Apex Legends, which is a very fast-paced game, but it's not constantly just fast, like constant. It feels like with a game like this, it's just constant push, go. And it's just like the speed and the movement is just, it's just constantly in your face. It's not the same as a game like Apex. It's not, and again, you know, going back to a variety of different games, I could go back to Advanced Warfare, which was pretty quick. It was a pretty quick game, but again, it felt like there was pauses, there was more breaths in it. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's just, again, just my kind of take on it. Beyond that, like I said, obviously the maps are not going to play like the old school maps, even though they're the maps brought back. They're not going to play like they did in the old school Modern Warfare 2, right? You got to understand that. And I don't expect them to, but for what they are, they felt pretty good. They played pretty good for the most part. Even Estate. A lot of people hate Estate. I don't mind it. I don't want to play it 5 times in a row, but I don't mind playing the map. I like having it in the rotation at the very least. So that's good. Like I said, the gameplay in that sense, you know, the map's good. Again, movement a little too quick, and I would say that the gunfights are just too inconsistent. And this is something that people were pointing out in, I think, Modern Warfare 2, that they were almost positive that skill-based, what was it, like, I forget what they were calling it, skill-based damage or something, or whatever, was a thing where if you were a better player, that like the damage was being like offset or something. I don't know if that's true, but it certainly feels that way. If it is or isn't, I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of mechanic at play. I don't know if I'm crazy. I've talked to other friends that played the game. They agreed. They felt the exact same way. In fact, I wasn't even the one to bring it up. I had another friend that brought that up to me, and I was like, yeah, and I agreed with them. I'm like, I felt the exact same way. So it's weird. I don't know if you guys have felt like that, but it's weird. At the beginning of the beta compared towards the end of the beta, I felt like my guns and setups that I was using at the beginning of the beta, exact same setups, were just performing differently towards the end. And you might be like, oh, you're just having off games. But you know, taking that out of the equation, it does feel different, especially like just straight up gunfights. Something doesn't feel right, man. There's something weird going on there. The gunfights just feel very inconsistent, and I don't know. I don't like that. At first, when I started playing the beta, I'm like, this feels okay. The gunfights feel pretty good. Towards the end, I'm like, I don't know. Something's weird, man. Something don't feel right. And I know they nerfed some stuff, but they didn't nerf that much stuff. Okay, they nerfed stuff that like wouldn't have factored into my setup whatsoever. So, you know, I'm using Battle Rage once in a while, but honestly, I barely remember to use it half the time anyways. I just threw it on because I heard it was super OP and wanted to try it, and then they nerfed it and I just didn't take it off. In terms of the weaponry and stuff like that, I think the weapons are pretty good. I tried the Beta Ripper once I unlocked it because it's pretty good submachine gun. It's the Rival 9. It's pretty cool setup. In my opinion, I think that's a pretty good SMG. I was also trying the what was it, the MTZ 556 a lot. I like that gun. There's a lot of you know, interesting guns. I think that the new perk system is interesting. It's basically all the same perks, so I'm not really mad about it. But they just kind of made it in a more interesting way, where it's kind of like gear based, right? You got your different vests, and you got your different gloves, and your different boots. For example, lightweight is a boot, right? Which is basically your perk number 2. Or you know, hardline line is a mission control comm link with basically a pair of headphones, right? So little things like that. I think it's a cool little change. It doesn't really change the perk system per se. And, you know, obviously the perk system is better than what Modern Warfare 2 was when they launched. Some interesting field upgrades in here as well. Some new stuff like the ACS. Again, we're not seeing everything that's going to be in the full game, but, you know, from this little kind of tester, whatever you want to call it, teaser, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty solid, I think. The kill streaks, I don't know. We're getting kind of some of the more kind of kill streaks in the beta. I don't know what's going to be in the full game. The Juggernaut's pretty solid. I enjoyed using it a bunch. Remote turret we can't actually use right now. The SAE feels a little hit and miss in some ways. You know, and then of course we have like the Guardian SC, which I believe was originally first introduced. I think it was in Black Ops 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's basically a sonic wave, right? That you can point in a direction. So that's cool to see that back. So I mean, again, the kill streaks are cool. And again, you still have the ability to switch between kill streaks and score streaks. But I don't know. In terms of the gameplay, I don't know that it's going to have longevity. I'm not sure. I like that they're going down the route where they're going to bring a lot of kind of nostalgic factors in, right? There's leaks that are coming out that are saying they're going to bring some advanced warfare guns to, I think, like Season 3 or something. So if they're bringing more, you know, kind of old school stuff like that, I think it'd be interesting. This game almost feels like a Call of Duty celebration, right? They kind of have that right now, the daily logins, you know, celebration for 20 years of COD or whatever. This whole game kind of feels like that, which I'm not mad at. I think that works in its favor. To be honest, I think that gives it a little bit more interest from where I'm sitting anyways. You know, in terms of having all those old school, you know, Modern Warfare 2009 maps. There's word that some of the next, you know, the seasonal maps are going to be remastered maps as well. I'm not even mad at that. It's like, whatever, man. Let's, you know, just give us that and we'll see what happens next year. I hope next year just feels unique, fresh, and completely different. I am concerned about zombies. And from what I've seen, I'll give it a go, but I'm concerned about that. Again, I'm concerned about the longevity of multiplayer. I still think, and I hold to this, that I think Warzone has ruined multiplayer. I think that it's taken too much attention, too many resources away from multiplayer. And again, too many things from Warzone have then come into multiplayer that I just feel like shouldn't be there. You know, just in terms of just mechanically and I don't know, just the feel in some ways. I don't know. I stick by that I think Warzone kind of ruined multiplayer, and I just wish that they'd focus more on the multiplayer aspects. But again, that's just me. I mean, I know a lot of people play Warzone, but I don't know. The campaign I think will be good. Campaigns are always pretty solid. We'll see though how that plays out. But again, in terms of the multiplayer, I don't know. I think I don't. Again, I'm concerned about the longevity. I think that there's some fun to be had, but at the same time, there was, you know. Maybe it's because I hit the level cap and I'm the kind of person that I like to work towards something. And so once I hit the level cap, I was getting kind of a little bit bored with it. But we'll see when the full game comes out. But I don't know. I have hopes, but I don't think, you know, when people say, "Oh, COD is back," I don't think I don't think that statement should necessarily be used. I don't think COD is back. I think it's a lot better than Modern Warfare 2 was. Obviously, we have the return of map voting, which I'm not going to praise them for these things because these things should have never been removed. Same thing with the, you know, the enemies showing up on the mini map, things like that. Those are back. Those are good things that have changed. And so again, comparing it to Modern Warfare 2 last year, I think it's a lot better than that game. But will it have longevity? I don't know. And is COD back? I don't know. It's hard to say, especially, you know, even though there's things that feel different and are better. I still feel like it feels too much like we've had the same game for the past 3-4 years, and I'm just kind of getting tired of that. But again, I like the returning maps, and I like aspects of it. I feel like, you know, the speed is a little too quick for my liking right now. So if that was toned down, that'd be a little bit better. But you know, just the flow of it. But I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Those are just kind of my quick thoughts on my time with the beta. We'll see when the game comes out. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't played it yet, let me know what you think when the upcoming beta is this weekend. I'll be playing it a little bit more this following weekend, you know, getting to the new level cap, unlocking all the other stuff, trying all the new stuff they're going to implement. I'm also, like I said, excited to see the return of War Mode from World War II. That was a great mode. I hope it's going to be good in this game. I really do, because I love that mode in World War II. So we'll see how it plays out. So thanks for watching. Be sure to stick around for more. Do a variety of gaming content here on the channel, talk about the games and play the games, kind of the best of both worlds. And we've been doing a lot of streams over on kick.com/JSkeleton as well. You can find all the links down in the description below. We also have a Nintendo channel and all that good stuff. So see you guys soon. Another one. Tell your friends. Game on. Catch you guys later. Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is gonna fade, that's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kind of like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later.